Please proceed, sir.
Mr. Moderator, our normal procedure when a presbytery has done something that the committee believes is unconstitutional is to recommend that an exception of substance be found that the presbytery then may have the opportunity to respond to and report to the next General Assembly. It's my understanding that the reason that in this case Columbus Metro Presbytery was cited to appear was because of the seriousness of matters relating to property. And certainly I would agree with that. I believe those, indeed, whenever a presbytery does something regarding a church's property and dissolves the church, that is an important matter. However, as a member of the presbytery that will be responsible to respond to this, if the proposed merger between us and Columbus Metro Presbytery goes through, which we hope it will, I've done a little bit of research into this, and I believe that from our minutes, or from the minutes of Columbus Metro Presbytery, from their actions over a long period of time regarding this church, a sufficient explanation may be offered as to why they took this particular action that is indeed within the confines of our Constitution. Now, it may be that when we make that report next year, the Assembly will decide it is not satisfactory. We hope it will not make that decision. But at that point, they could then refer this to the Staying Judicial Commission. But I would argue or urge us to follow our typical procedure and not unduly burden the SJC, which already has a full docket, if we could avoid that. So, Mr. Moderator, I would move that this amendment be approved and we be given the opportunity to respond to the Assembly before any judicial action is taken.
Okay. And microphone 3.
I speak in favor, and
please,
to provide a little bit more context. This is not a church that had a building. It is not a church that had any land at all. It had a few Christian education items and $18,000 in the bank, which was used to pay off creditors and to provide a very modest severance package for the full-time and 2 part-time employees. We should not have the impression that the presbytery took land, as we all, which is truly something we would all be very concerned about, but it was a church at the end of its life that the presbytery had been working with for some time to see if it could be revitalized, and had concluded that was not the case. There was no government because the session and the pastor had both resigned. So I'm providing facts that I think would help provide context and could easily be reported next year as an answer to a citation, or pardon me, a finding of an exception of substance.